Good morning. Oh, let's make some more noise. Come on, good morning. Good morning. We're going to have some fun right here. My name is Chris Blackmore. I learned long ago the easiest way to win over a crowd like yourself is to bribe you. And I have had the pleasure of working at Disney for, gosh, now almost 20, well, it's been years. And I started originally in the Magic Kingdom, which is in Orlando, Florida. And I love this quote right here. Of all the things I've done, the most vital is coordinating those who work with me and aiming their efforts at a certain goal. And I promise that will be the last slide I read. That's what you do. You organize people. You gather them together and you put them towards a certain goal, right? And during the course of that, you encounter someone called a patient. And that patient has an experience that is either good, bad, or somewhere in the middle. And I know that we want to change that to the better end of the spectrum. And I'd like to give you a few ideas and a few ways how to do that today. Let me get this thing going right there. The magic behind the magic. Walt did not believe that amusement parks, carny rides, had to be the way they were. He says, why is it that it has to be dirty? And you've got carnies who aren't the most presentable people. And the rides, are they safe? They don't look so safe. They don't paint them all the time, and they put them together and tear them apart. Why does it have to be that way? So he set out to create a better park, a better theme park. And he created an experience rather than rides. Wow. I wish I could give you a magic word right now, and yesterday I used supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And that'd be a great magic word and you just make everything work, but it's not that way. A culture is developed by leaders. You are leaders, all right? And you are responsible for developing a culture, just as Walt was responsible for developing a culture. Your patients are actually going to help you be more efficient because they're going to be the first to tell you what's wrong with your system. What is wrong with your system, all right? And how do they do that? Customer surveys, do you have that? I hope so. Let me tell you a couple ways that Disney does it. I've got a sheet right here. Well, I don't need to do it. I know it by heart. They do it a couple different ways. And there's a couple different ways of getting information. And what kind of information do you want? Do you want qualitative information or do you want quantitative information? If I ask a poll out here of certain things and I get information and numbers and all that, that is my quantitative information. And I know that I sell more turkey legs than chicken legs, and I know that I push more popcorn on hot days or cold days and more ice cream on hot. That's quantitative information that's very important. But qualitative information is the emotional side, the perspective side of the patient, of the guest who is at your hospital. And take heed to what Walt Disney did also. He doesn't have customers. There are no customers, they are guests. Everyone is a guest at Walt Disney, okay? They are actually guests at your place too and should be treated as guests, should be treated and accommodated as guests to the best of your ability, okay? So Walt felt that efficiency would find its own way, and it does. And it does. You know, they have problems. They have long lines. They came up with FastPass. They have even longer waits other places. They came up with an app for the younger, well, for every generation, but you know, I gotta learn how. We're going to talk about compassion. What is compassion? Compassion is the ability to be empathetic, the ability to be in someone else's shoes, to feel how they feel, to know what they're going through. How many out here have ever come through a hospital the front way on a gurney or in a wheelchair or injured?